What's going on, you guys? Last week I talked about Cowboy offense. This week I'm talking Cowboy defense. Let's start with George Selvey. Coming off the street, we found out who he was real fast. I don't know, but it seems like him and Church were always around the ball. Speaking of Church, coming off the Achilles injury to lead the team in tackles says a lot about the guy. All we need is a strong safety to play right beside him. Speaking of strong safety, let's talk about Jeff Heath. He played like straight crap last year in the New Orleans game. They dominated him. J.J. Wilcox played better than Heath at times, but both of them were not any good. I know it. You know it. The Cowboys know it. Let's talk about Nick Hayden. Nick Hayden didn't even record a single sack. Look for McLean to take that starting role. Mincy will be taking Ware's spot. Look for him to record at least 5 sacks at the most. I mean, honestly, guys, Ware to him is like comparing David to Goliath. Morris Claiborne, think about it. Is he a first-round pick? I don't think so. If he don't have a year where he catches eyes instead of catching injuries, look for him to be in a different jersey after the 2014 season. Sean Lee, beast, right? Well, first, for him to be the beast, we need him to stay healthy. His part of this front seven is huge. If there's not pressure in this front seven, it puts pressure on our QBs, and that's how you get beat in coverage. Now, when you talk about Sean Lee, you have to talk about Bruce Carter. And speaking of Bruce Carter, I think he will have a comeback year. I think he'll play with more confidence. But if he don't, look for Mr. Holloman to slip right in that starting position. Let's talk about Wilbur. I think he'll go back to defensive end. But if something happens like Holloman, or if something happens to Wilbur, or to Bruce Carter, I think Wilbur would just step back into that Sam linebacker position. Brandon Carr. He is now the oldest guy on this defense. He plays okay, but he has his best games against certain type of receivers. Like Orlando Scandrick receivers is more of like the Deshaun Jacksons, the Wes Welkers. His type, I can't say it's more. Brandon Carr's receiver is more like a Kenny Brant, like a Brandon Marshall, like those type guys. You know what I mean? I see him having a better year next year with Rob Marinelli being with the defensive coordinator now. Orlando Scandrick was the best cornerback the Cowboys had this year, and that's pretty sad when you look at his previous years. I hope he can do that again. The office is expecting big things from these guys: Ben Bass, Tyron Crawford, Matt Johnson, and B.W. Webb. These guys need to step up and they need to stay healthy. Henry Melton replacing Hatcher, I think, is the greatest move the Cowboys have done in like 2 years. The contract setup is brilliant. If you don't play good, you won't be there after the 2014 season. I'm predicting Mr. Melton to have at least 8 to 10 sacks. I say this in almost every video, but I mean it as a Cowboy fan, and I mean it for the Cowboy Nation. The Dallas Cowboys have to hit the jackpot in the draft. Speaking of the draft, I'm putting together a mock draft type thing. I got to do a little bit more studying. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you liking the videos and subscribing. Thanks for watching. If you like that video, hit that like and that subscribe button.